insane, mate, isn't it?
Staving off the boredom.
Yeah, just about. No, we're just going to have a chat about everything, like how the industry's been going for the last couple of weeks, because it's been mental, hasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, never seen anything like this at all before. Well, obviously, no one has, have they?
No, how have you been then? How's business? Are you carrying on? What sort of work are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, I've been carrying on up to now, Joe. I mean, I had some work booked in, because I'm normally sort of working 2 or 3 weeks ahead. I've had some work booked in. I mean, I'm off today because I'm homeschooling, which is good fun. But back at work tomorrow. I've got work the rest of this week. I've got a bit of work coming in next week. It's not a lot of work, but there's still stuff out there to be done, you know? I mean, people's pipes still break and the boilers still break.
Yeah, what sort of jobs are you doing? Is it mainly emergency stuff, or is it a bit of both?
It's pretty much now. I'm still doing I know it's a big bone of contention, but my letting agent I do quite a lot of work for is still asking me to go and get gas safety inspections done where possible. And breakdowns as well, yeah, just breakdowns. I had a couple of water leaks yesterday. Boiler breakdown, you know, that sort of stuff really, mate.
Are these like regular customers, your regular customers, or are you getting a bit, is there more work coming in because possibly other installers aren't working?
I'd say it's mostly, I had one ring me this morning, new customer, but mostly I'd say it's pretty much regular customers, yeah.
And what kind of precautions are you taking now?
Gloves, mask, goggles if need be. I've got a load of disposable overalls if we're going to be in the house for any sort of amount of time. Every customer is being told without any shadow of a doubt. You know, basically what I'm doing is I'm pulling up on their driveway, I'm ringing them up and saying, I'm here, can you come and open the door? And then I want you to go upstairs. And
how are they finding that?
Yeah, no, they're all good with it. Not had a problem. If they don't like it, I'm not going in. You know, and all of them have done it. And if I need to speak to them, I can shout up the stairs. You know, we can talk to each other up and down the stairs, or I can ring them. I mean, I did a job on Monday, and they had a caravan on their driveway, so they went and sat in their caravan all day, which, you know, they were quite happy. And then, yeah, they don't mind. The customers don't mind. They expect it now. They've come to expect it.
Yeah, so you don't get any watchers who are just watching over your shoulder now.
No, I wouldn't. Seriously, in this, you know, at the moment, you can't have that, can you? You just can't have it. You've got to just say to them, like, really sorry, but no.
Yeah, I mean, have people, like, a lot of people phone up cancelling jobs that you already had in the pipeline type thing?
I've had a couple say, can we put it off? Just a few servicing bits, really. The major stuff, you know, if they're freezing cold, they need a new boiler, they're still going ahead with it. And they're just literally sitting in their bedroom while it goes on, or sitting in their study for the day.
Yeah.
I've had a few bits and pieces, which is fair enough. You know, they're just saying, you know, it's only a boiler service. We'll put it off until this isn't on anymore, really.
What about, have you been using like WhatsApp or any video calls if someone's got a problem? Like, I know it's the old top up the pressure type thing, but has anyone phoned up and been, oh, I've got this issue, and you can like self-diagnose from
I've had a couple that have been sort of real regular customers that I know quite well and stuff. You know, I don't mind for those. And if I know the system, if it's one of my boilers and it needs topping up, you know, then yeah, I would probably do it. But on the whole, not too many, no. I'd rather just say to them, like, if it's a problem, let's come round and have a look at it, you know.
Yeah, you can't really fix a burst pipe on WhatsApp, can you?
Nah, that's the thing. A lot of it is, you know, noisy boiler and burst pipe, yeah, stuff like that, you know.
What's it been like at the merchants then, trying to get kit that you need to?
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. What I'm trying to do is just phone through. I've got to phone an order through later for some stuff. Ring the merchants up, tell them what you need. Tell them roughly what time you're going to be there to pick it up. They'll have it ready, sort of sitting outside the door waiting for you. You can just go and pick it up. You don't need to see them. You know, they just charge it to the account. All the merchants are saying account holder only. Yeah, you can't just bolt. Just to stop people going in off the street. Yeah, they only really want to help out, you know, regular customers.
Yeah, I mean, there is a thing, isn't there, that the APHC put out about warning the public not to do DIY because
yeah, absolutely,
we're all at home. So I could be like, oh, I could go have a little play with the plumbing for a bit.
Yeah, and I think they're all sort of running on a skeleton staff as it is. You know, they're struggling enough. They don't want retail customers coming in there with bits of broken tap and stuff, do they? Really? So
No,
it's all
I mean
pretty much.
you don't want that anyway, but especially now.
No, they don't want that. No, they don't. But yeah, they've pretty much got it right down onto the bare minimum. But they're still open. I mean, the two merchants around me. Am I allowed to name them?
Yeah, go for it.
The mighty HPS. They're still open. They're still open. They're running. I think they're closing early. They're opening a bit later and closing early, but they're still open. And a local branch of Williams as well. The front door for you. You take it.
What about the manufacturers?
It's working
What
quite
sort
well
of
so
support?
far.
What sort of support are you getting from the manufacturers? Because obviously they've had to adjust things as well.
Yes. the what we get from manufacturers brings me up once a week just to say hello. I think mainly because they've got nothing else much to do, but they're still keeping in touch. I know a lot of the manufacturers have just shut the doors, which I don't think is a very good thing. They've done this thing where they can furlough their staff, and the government pays 80% of their wages, which I don't think is brilliant. It still means that there's a lot of guys out there fitting their boilers with no sort of backup really at the moment, which isn't fantastic. But happily, the manufacturer that I'm primarily using are still going.
Yeah.
And I hope, and they're going to stay that way.
What sort of support, government-wise? Because obviously you're self-employed, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm a small limited company, so I'm a one-man band, but obviously I'm a limited company. So effectively, I get nothing.
Yeah. What do you think of that when that announcement all came out last week?
I wasn't really surprised. Obviously governments in general, they don't give money away, do they? They're not just literally going to run around slinging money around left, right, and centre. They've got to make it reasonably hard to get a hold of, and they've got to draw a line somewhere as well. And the fact is, we're self-employed by our own business, by our own limited company, for various reasons. It doesn't mean you don't pay any less tax or anything like that, really. I think they probably could be doing a little bit more for people. I mean, luckily we can still go to work where there is work, so we can still make a few quid. Some of the smaller limited companies that can't make anything, yeah, maybe the government should be doing a little bit more, because it is our income. Although the way we pay ourselves is slightly different, it's still income. We still pay loads of tax, Yeah,
it took them a while as well, because I mean it is more complicated. But like salaried people 1 week, then it took them about 10 days to announce they're self-employed, and then for limited company owners there is no support. So it took them a little bit of a while as well.
I think they might. Well, it will take them a while. I mean, generally, by government standards, that's quite quick, isn't it?
Yeah, good point.
I mean, normally these things take, 3 or 4 years. So if they can get something in 10 days, they're really they are pushing the boat out. They're doing all they can. I know it's very difficult for them, and I think they might be looking. I had a letter from my accountant this morning. I think they're probably looking at this limited company thing. Hopefully, there might be a little bit more there. But yeah, there's nothing at the moment, is there?
Yeah, just I saw a couple of posts on Twitter and other social medias where it's like it kind of puts engineers on a bit of a weird, like catch-22 in it, because especially if you've got like vulnerable people at home, it's like you either put yourself in financial stress or you put yourself in, you carry on working but put yourself in potentially like COVID-19 stress.
Yeah, you do. I suppose it is. It's one or the other, isn't it? But I mean, I guess you just kind of got to choose which one you're going to do and deal with it, really. If you want to go to work and make some money, as long as you're following what the government tells you to do and maintaining distances and stuff like that, there's not really much else you can do about that,
Yeah, just take the precautions like they advise.
Yeah, take the precautions and go and do the work. I think we are quite fortunate that we can still work. Obviously, there's loads and loads and loads of people out there that can't, and they're all sitting down doing nothing.
Yeah, so what sort of stuff are you doing other than work to kind of keep yourself sane?
So boring, isn't it? So boring. Sitting around just doing nothing at all. Not watching the news. I've stopped watching the news. It's just too depressing.
Yeah, I wish I could do that, mate, to be honest.
I've just stopped watching it. just, I don't know, when I'm not at work, well, what am I doing? Not homeschooling. The garden's looking nice and tidy.
Have you got like a list of odd jobs that you've been putting off for ages? Like,
yeah,
change the
kind of
toilet
getting those
trap
things done as well. And depending on how long it's going to last, I might think about ordering a guitar on Amazon and
nice.
teaching myself how to play.
How's the homeschooling going? Because that's just sounds like another level, mate.
It is. It's really, really weird because you get in contact with the school and the school like email you over a load of stuff for that day, and then you print it off, and then you have to sit down and be a teacher, which is obviously something I've never done before. And kids just want to play, don't they? Because they're at home and you're at home, and but you've got to try and like do it as best you can. So we kind of start early in the morning. We have breakfast about 8:30. We start school up until lunchtime. And then obviously we stop for lunch, and then we've got a little bit more to do this afternoon, a few more sums and stuff. But yeah, you've got to be quite disciplined with it. You've got to get them to do it. They can't. It's not a holiday. They've still got to learn.
Yeah.
And the school you do have to like send back stuff. You have to like email back what they've done that day and stuff. So the school are quite on it. You can't just bunk off and ignore it all. And it's good for the kids as well. They've got to learn that. They can't just get away with it, can they? You've still got to learn.
You're not tempted to whack them both on apprenticeships and just get them on something?
Well, yeah. But yeah, we've been doing some other stuff as well, like just general like experiments in the kitchen and stuff like that, just to keep them busy. Again, it's trying to keep them busy because the school stuff only lasts until about lunchtime.
Yeah.
And then you just got to fill up the rest of the day without going out.
The other question is, have you been tempted to cut your own hair yet, or get one of your family members to cut your own hair?
Luckily, I got mine done about 3 weeks before, so and I got it done really short as well.
Yeah.
Because I kind of had an idea of what might be coming, but yeah, the kids are getting close to needing haircuts.
Are you up for that one? You volunteering yourself for that one?
Well, I've got my scissors ready, mate. I just don't know. What do you do? I'd have to get on YouTube and find a YouTube video and like.
Just gonna have to give it a go, mate, innit?
Yeah, eventually it's going to get there, isn't it? It's going to get so bad. You've got to do something about it.
You can send a video of that round. I'll be up for seeing that.
Everybody's got to do it as well.
Yeah, we're all going to have to at some point. You either do it real shaggy or real short.
Yeah, I think that's the underlying thing. Is all this that's going on at the moment. Everyone's in the same boat.
Yeah.
Everyone's stuck at home. Everyone's got to cut their own hair. Everyone's got kids they've got to try and teach. No one can go to the shops very much. It's all exactly the same for everybody else.
Yeah, that's good. Because I was going to talk about. There's a good installer community in there across just everything. A lot of people that talk to you, a lot of WhatsApp groups, a lot of social media.
Yeah.
And everyone's in the same boat, like you said. So, what do you think about the industry in general? Like, what kind of advice do you have for people? How do you feel like it's all going? Have you been talking to people more or less?
I think sort of talking to people a little bit more, just to make sure like everybody's sort of chatting to people you might not speak to that much. Just to kind of, check on them, make sure they're okay, and keep everybody's sort of spirits up a little bit. How do I think it's going? Difficult to say. I think we can probably get through this. I think we'll probably come out into quite a different industry at the end of it in quite a lot of ways. Probably not for us guys like engineers, but for some of the manufacturers, they've got a lot of people working from home at the moment. I think they might end up saying, well, they work from home for 3 months. Why don't we keep them working from home? Kind of stuff like that. Yeah. I don't know where it's all going to end up, Joe. It's difficult to say, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's interesting. Have you seen anything that you think that manufacturers will adopt? Like you said, do reps need to be on the road all the time and all that sort of stuff? Yeah,
definitely. Some of the stuff, I think they will look at it and say, why have we got these people sitting in an office? Why do we have that office? They've all managed quite all right from home.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing that most of the large companies now have got most of their workforce from home. So when you ring in with a breakdown on your whatever boiler, you're ringing up and you're not ringing through to a call centre anymore. You're ringing through to Jane, who's sitting in her living room in Derby and, managing quite well.
Yeah.
So I think there will be quite a bit more of that. I don't know. I'm guessing.
Have you got any plans as well for like training or to catch up on any industry trends in the downtime now that you may have a bit more downtime?
If I've got enough time, I'm going to be going on the Xbox. if I do get any spare time, I'd noticed that Valent are doing some pretty good online courses. So it's probably worth logging into one or two of those and just having a little look around and see. So yeah, definitely worth, if you can sort of improve your knowledge on something. But it kind of goes back to the sort of learning to play the guitar thing, doesn't it?
Yeah, so you'll do that for 5 minutes and then be like, nah, I'll go on a course because at least I know what I'm doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, sweet. What last one? What
Mate.
are you kind of most looking forward to when this is all over?
Oh, mate, coming to install the show, isn't it?
Oh yeah, mate, that wasn't even lined up.
Hey,
No,
what
we
can
didn't
I
even line
say?
it up.
What can I say? We didn't line that one up, I promise. Yeah, mate. I mean, that's obviously one of the big disappointments of it. I mean, obviously we knew it was coming. There was no way you could have your show in May. And it is a disappointment because everyone looks forward to it, and you meet up and you see faces that you don't see from one year to the next, and you all have a good drink up and catch up with everybody and look at all the latest stuff. And that's definitely one thing I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, I was saying
yesterday,
I was talking to Jason from IMI, and I was saying, just like that first cold draft pint from anywhere.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? I mean, that's one of the things I was really looking forward to this summer was I was well looking forward to the Euros.
Yeah.
I was well looking forward to the Euro finals because there's a pub just down the road, and we're always going to go down there and sit in the beer garden. And now that's not going to happen. So I think looking forward to this. Yeah, I think most people will probably say this answer, but when this is all over and we're finally sort of back. Joe, I got you back.
There you go.
Sorry, mate, I lost you a little bit there.
No, it's typical that it froze at the end, didn't it?
Yeah, going to the pub, mate. Definitely going to the pub is the first sort of thing you want to do when you're out of this world, isn't it? And get back to normal.
Yeah.
Hang on a minute, I'm just moving. That might work better.
No, that's it, mate. I'm happy to wrap up now.
Cool. Yeah, let's get down the pub as soon as we can.
Yeah, we need to figure out some sort of way to do the pub, but from home. So we all just log in and have a glass of wine and get hammered.
Yeah, exactly. It'd be like like Wetherspoons, where you can order a beer for your mate on a table using an app.
Yeah.
Get
the missus to just keep bringing it
in. Yeah, just somehow text it through to somebody or send them a WhatsApp so that you can get a drink bought to your sofa.
No, I like it, mate. Right, thank you very much for your time.
Cool.